Did you know there's one simple thing you can do to make your content stand out and stop people from scrolling? I'm going to show you exactly how to use a hook to do that in this video. My name is Alisia Krastel, and if you're here to grow your real estate business through powerful, efficient strategies without sacrificing your life and personal life, make sure you hit the subscribe button and we'll get started. By the end of this video, you're going to see how powerful hooks can be, have a list that you can use and start using today, and learn how to craft your own for your own content. I know these work because I've personally seen in things that I've posted how much more engagement you get when you use a powerful hook, and the agents that I've coached have seen how much of a difference it makes from their business. Think of your hook like a headline in a newspaper article or an online story. If they can't get you in the hook and help you understand within like 2 to 3 seconds that this is magic and gold and you need to read this, you've lost them. If it's boring and not compelling, they're going to skip by and go watch someone else's content or read someone else's post. If getting potential clients excited, drawn to what you post sounds exciting to you, type hook in the comments below. The mistake most agents are using is that they're coming in soft. They're easing into the point. No, that's not how we can do this. That's why it's called a hook. It's supposed to be like a punch to you saying, yes, you need to watch this. This is perfect for you. It's not, hey, it's nice to see you back. This is Alisia. Let me show you this. It's also not, if you're buying a home, let's talk. Or if you're thinking of selling or buying, do this. Think straight to the point, assertive, tapping into what your client needs most. Instead of, if you're thinking of selling or buying, do this. Take it to, if you're selling your home in the next 3 to 6 months, make sure you avoid these fatal mistakes. Or if you're creating content for someone doing a simultaneous close and buying and selling at the same time, it can look like if you're buying a house and you need to sell yours first, this is how you end up not homeless. Or if you want to do more of an uplifting spin on it, we can say, if you are selling your home in Baltimore County in the next 3 months, make sure you do these 3 things. So how do we get you there to a really engaging piece that's going to pull people in? And I guarantee you it's probably not going to be the very first thing you think of. How do we craft it? So how do we get there? You may already be making content and thinking, this takes a lot of time already. How am I supposed to add this on? This is actually going to help you maybe make less content that's more impactful and actually get all the work and time that you spent on the things that you have made get seen more. First, ask yourself, who are you actually appealing to? Who are you trying to help here? And you can't say, well, all buyers and sellers, because that's way too vague. You're not going to hit somebody with a hook being very vague. Be specific. Maybe it's buyers in Hartford and Baltimore counties who have a house to sell also. Great. What problems are they facing? Is it trying to do a simultaneous close and the fear around that? Is it renting back? Is it facing a rate buy down and they're not really sure how that works? I actually created an entire video around what topics you can create to attract sellers. So if you want to take a look at that, we have the content built for you, and then we can work on the hooks. I'm going to post that video below so you can just run with those content ideas. Whatever your solutions are, we're going to put that into the hook, the people you're helping and the solutions you're providing. I'm going to work you through an example. You can see it's a formula. What is the problem is first. We're going to do the seller doesn't have a lot of money to put into the house before it sells. Great. What's the solution? Sharing how to maximize what they spend. What are their solutions? How can we help them figure out to get the most out of the house with the least amount of money? And the who is seller specific. So you start with your topic, which we just mentioned, and we're going to do a couple hooks. The first one's not going to be the best one, and I've taken some time to think about these. So let's say one could be, the 3 most important upgrades to make when selling your home are. Hook 2, you don't have to spend a ton of money on upgrades to sell for top dollar. Here's how. Hook 3, 3 things you can do for free to help your house sell for more. You guys all know this information. You all know what to say and the content portion of how to get them top dollar. You do it every day and you tell people every day. This is just putting in a nice package that attracts them with their subconscious, like, yes, she has the answers for me. Let's go. When you're working through this formula, you want to ask yourself, why does my audience care? What is really going to be important to them about this? If we simply just said selling your home without spending a lot of money, that would be an okay thing to do, but that's not really a magnet. That's not punching you. Any of these hooks can be in video, like the one I did when you first went into the video. You can rewind and watch it. The hook is telling you the solution, the result. You're getting people to watch your content more than before. And let me show you how with a hook. The cool part of this is that you could have 3 or 4 hooks for one tiny subject and make 3 different pieces of content with those hooks that just have slightly different angles. So it might take you a little more time to really think through the hook, but it's allowing you to create so much more content easily. You know how to craft your own and like what's behind it. So now I'm going to give you some examples of one, and you can tweak to make yours regardless of what you're making content on. 3 mistakes blank should avoid when blank. So 3 mistakes sellers should avoid when picking an agent. 3 mistakes buyers should avoid when doing their home inspection. The list could go on and on, right? What I wish I knew before buying my first house, selling my first house, having a home inspection. Could go on and on. No one is talking about how buying down points might be a bad idea. 3 things every blank first-time home buyer should know before blank getting pre-approved. Hooks with questions, and these are one of my favorites because when you ask a question, it makes you think, because typically when you're asked a question, you're supposed to respond. So it's already making the person think about what their response would be. Do you want to sell your house without an agent? Here's how. Why would we want to do that? This allows you to showcase why it would be a good idea to have an agent. You tell them, here's how you would do it, and then they see how many things need to be done. They'll be like, it's too much. Let me just call Alicia. Well, you want to sell your home, but you're afraid you'll be homeless if it sells before you find the next one. I mean, that's a pretty common thing. Let's set them at ease. Tell them about the contingencies and why that can help them not be homeless for the next house. We can make it contingent on them buying and finding their new home. One mistake I see is people might start explaining contingencies, like why you need a contingency on your home, and that doesn't mean anything to the person that owns the home because it's too much. You have to tap into what they're concerned with. They're concerned they're not going to have a house to live in. They're not really concerned about the contingency, but you're going to go back and explain what the contingency is and how it protects them from being homeless. Kind of magical, right? Are you tired of hearing blank that rates aren't really that high? Have you heard about blank, the Maryland 3.0 program? Want to hear the biggest lie when it comes to blank selling your home? And the last hook. Do you want to create content that actually attracts sellers? Check out the next video. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like, share, let people know what these hooks are, because I would love nothing more to have amazing agents like you do more business and to co-help.